You ever had a morning ruined by a sticky lock? No. I mean a real cosmic test of patience, the kind where you're jiggling your key, muttering curses, pressing your shoulder into the door, and praying to the Home Depot gods just trying to get into your own house. Yeah, that's where my trouble started. And believe me, I had no idea that little lock was about to set off a war. A real knockdown, drag-out HOA showdown, the kind with police secret keys and a president named Karen. Of course, it was a Karen, you know what I mean. So here's me, Justin Jeffers, tech guy. By day, normal suburban dad. By night, I handle digital disasters for a living. Ransomware server, meltdowns, all that jazz. So when I'm home, I expect my biggest problem to be whether the grill's out of propane, not fighting with my own front door, but a sticky lock. That was unacceptable. Saturday morning, sun shining, birds chirping. I call up Mel the locksmith. Guy's a legend around here, rolls up with his van full of tools, humming to himself like he's changing out locks on the pearly gates. Mel's on my porch, just doing his thing, and that's when the weather turns. Storm's name, Karen Foreman, HOA president, clipboard and all. Picture this. Karen's like, if a mall cop got bit by a parrot and then given authority over lawn length. She marches, never walks, always marches through our neighborhood. Eyes narrowed under that beige visor, scanning for danger. Trash cans out too long, grass too high, porch lights left on past 10:01 p.m. And now she's standing at the edge of my lawn phone, out already recording. "What is going on here?" she yells, voice like an air horn through a megaphone. Mel, bless his heart, doesn't even flinch. "Just fixing a lock, ma'am," he says. Well, that was apparently the wrong answer because Karen zeroes in, snapping. "You did not submit a Form 7B for architectural modification. All hardware must be pre-approved by the board. I authorize every door in this neighborhood." And she actually points at my house like she's Moses with a parking citation. I just look at her, and honestly, I think my soul left my body for a second. "Karen, it's my door. Came with the house. I own it." Gina, my wife, shows up right then, holding lemonade cool as a cucumber. She's the brains and backbone around here. She could negotiate a hostage crisis with 2 cranky toddlers and a blue crayon. Gina gives Karen the tightest, politest smile you ever saw. "Karen, what's the trouble?" Karen jabs her finger at the new deadbolt. That's the trouble. Unapproved locking mechanism. Violation. I mean, it's a deadbolt, not the nuclear codes. "You gonna fine me for home maintenance now, I ask?" But she's already riled up, shrieking about security protocols and one-key compliance. Next thing I know, she's calling 911. Full on. I'd like to report a break-in homeowner's breaking into his own house. You ever hear a cop try not to roll his eyes on the phone? Because that's what happened. Sirens. 2 cruisers pull up like I just robbed the place. Cop named Sutton steps out, gives me the long look, cargo shorts, faded t-shirt Mel, the locksmith next to me. "Sir, this your house?" "Yep." "Driver's license, matching address?" "That's my wife. That's our lemonade." He just sighs. Looks at Karen. "Ma'am, he can change his own locks." I add, crime of the day, deadbolt replacement. Karen's face turns cartoon red, but the master key system, she sputters. Sutton's like, "That's a civil issue, not police." He actually mutters, "Different shift handles HOA drama tonight." Yeah, that happened. The cops leave, but Karen's just getting started. She tells me you've broken the rules. Level 4 violation. And don't think your new little lock keeps you safe. We have ways of ensuring compliance. She spins on her heel and storms off. Mel finishes the lock, shrug, says he's lived here 20 years and never seen anything like that. I stand there staring at my brand new smooth-turning deadbolt, and those words master key system just rattle around in my head. That was the day peace died on Maple Lane. By that night, Karen's already at it online. She chops up her porch video, posts it in the Facebook group Resident Endangers Community with Rogue Hardware. There's slow-mo shots of Mel's drill ominous music labels over my face like defiance. Her fan club, the Karen Tourage, starts up in the comments. Thank you for protecting us, Karen, but then sprinkled in the rebels. Don't people have a right to change their own locks? Those voices get buried under the flood, but they're there. Gina sits next to me on the couch, scrolling, not amused. She's building a story, Justin. You're the villain. She's the last defense against chaos. That's Gina, for you sees the patterns. And then she points out Karen's posted a picture of our front door with HOA violation tape stretched across it like we're a crime scene. Petty, childish, and infuriating. I want to rip it down, but Gina stops me. Don't play her game, play ours. Gina's game involves binders. She hauls out the CC&Rs, that HOA rulebook that can put a caffeine addict to sleep. We dig. There's rules for everything, grass, mailbox, flamingo, spoiler, 0 allowed. Only one vaguely worded bit about all exterior hardware must remain consistent with community security standards. That's it. That's her whole case. Gina shakes her head. Vague on purpose. Classic power move. Next morning, the official notice is taped over Karen's evidence tape, $500 fine level 4, violation 48 hours to remediate. Or else. Oh, and we're supposed to schedule a compliance inspection and rekeying with the HOA's approved vendor. The master key thing. Now, this isn't just Karen being Karen. This is her demanding a key to my house. That's a hard no. She wants to play games. Let's play. I tell Gina, who already has a spreadsheet started. Game on. Block party rolls around. I usually dread these, but now it's recon time. I'm on grill duty, neutral ground, intel comes to you. Gina works the mom text chain, CIA level gossip. First up at my grill, Bill from 3 doors down, nervously whispering about Karen's wrath when he fought a basketball hoop citation. Just pay her, man, she'll make your life hell. Then Carol, Karen's sidekick, demands to know if I'm remediating. I deadpan about the rogue locking mechanism aisle at Home Depot. She doesn't get the joke. Gina, meanwhile, gathers real dirt. Maria, one of the moms, caught Karen in her garage inspecting new shelves. Tom found an HOA violation letter inside his house after vacation. The excuse, emergency security check. It dawns on us, Karen really does have keys. She's entering homes. This isn't paranoia. It's an actual illegal master key system. And everyone's too scared to do anything. Then comes the twist. Mr. Henderson, the old HOA treasurer, shuffles up to my grill, whispers, check the financial records. Liberty Lock and Safe. Drops the name like a hot potato and vanishes. Now we've got a thread to pull. Next day, Gina requests the HOA financials. By law, they have to comply, but Karen delays, says they're off-site and needs a $500 admin fee. Cute. Gina counters agreeing to pay, but deducting it from our dues and attaches a copy of the relevant law. Checkmate. 2 days later, a fat envelope lands on our porch. We comb through receipts, and there it is, Liberty Lock and Safe everywhere. Thousands paid out for tumbler alignment, not a thing, community-wide key duplication, and emergency rekeying. The kicker, Liberty Lock and Safe, is registered to Karen's brother-in-law, Jules. A full-blown kickback scheme, $30,000 funneled to her family in 2 years, and a master key for every door. Gina finds the invoice, 112 master keys, 1 per house. Karen and the treasurer Arthur signed off. This isn't just bullying, this is organized crime. But how do we prove it? Cue Operation Decoy Duck. I hollow out my old sticky lock slip, a GPS tracker inside, and install it on our garage side door, the one nobody watches. Then I post in the Facebook group. Guess I'll have to leave the side door unlocked till Monday, don't tell Karen. We play up the broken lock on every channel. Next, we set up a hidden camera. Now we wait. Third night after midnight movement. 2 goons in hoodies, keys, jingling, trying the decoy lock. I watch on my phone as they open the door. Gina's on 911. I lock the kitchen door behind me. They're inside talking about leaving a final notice on the kitchen counter for Karen. Audacious. I realize I need the ring of keys as evidence. I confront them bluff, and when the big one steps forward, I grab his wrist and wrench. Keys drop, I hit the floor, get pinned, but manage to break free. Sirens, cops flood the driveway, the goons freeze. Sutton's back, and this time it's not civil. Goons cuffed, ring of master keys bagged. Turns out they're Karen security consultants paid in cash to intimidate and enter homes. And boy, do they sing. Full confession body cams rolling everything. Fraud, conspiracy, you name it. We turn all the evidence over: video, invoices, screenshots, confessions. Then comes the grand finale. We launch a petition, get 70% of the neighborhood to sign for a special HOA meeting. Arthur, the treasurer, shows up the night before, pale and shaking, with a ledger of community watch schedules, dates, house numbers, notes on comings and goings. She was tracking us all, using the keys to snoop, blackmail, and control. He confesses everything at the meeting in front of a packed clubhouse. I present the video, the invoices, the state records, the confessions. Karen shrieks, lies, but nobody's listening. The crowd is done with her. Motions fly, vote of no confidence, dissolve the HOA. Practically unanimous. Police are waiting. Sutton arrests Karen on the spot. Her cronies scatter, neighbors erupt in cheers. Freedom. Weeks later, it's all over the news. Karen gets probation fines and a restraining order. Her family's company pays restitution. The HOA is history. Our block is finally a community again. No more petty fines, no more fear, just neighbors, kids playing, flowers blooming. I even order a doormat. This door authorized by Jeff's family only. Posted a pic, tagged Karen, and left it at that. So here's what I wonder, and maybe you should too. When is it worth standing up? When do you fight back against someone crossing the line? For me, it was the threshold of my own front door. We stood up and we won. Would you drop your thoughts below? I want to hear your stories. And if you've ever gone toe-to-toe with an HOA, you're in good company. Hit that subscribe, share your story, and remember, sometimes justice starts with a sticky lock.